Hello, hello. If anybody is on, how are you? Thank you for watching the most recent show. Um, anyway, here I am, season 5. I'm going to I'm going to be reading some comments and answering some iconic films Power Tool and iconic stars Jeff Stryker. So that's the first initial episode of the season, and it's looking pretty good. Thank you guys very much for watching. Absolutely appreciate it. So let's see what you guys have to say. I'm curious. I did see a lot of comments, and first and foremost, one of Jeff Quinn. So, Brett Fox, how are you? I am going to be getting to Jeff Quinn uh, soon, not yet, but soon. He will be. He will be on the. Well, not him, but there'll be a Quickies episode, I think, or a Fluffers episode on him. Mm. Just in case, just in case you're watching the first episode and wondering why Mr. Stryker is not interviewed. If you know, I did try. Unfortunately, he was not interested. He's doing his own thing. Nothing wrong with that. So basically, I kept it almost like a history bio. He's alive and well, from what I know. But yeah, he has no affiliation with the episode that I did. However, I hope he likes it. All right, so let's read some questions that we got going here. Oh, and by the way, if you guys have any questions or anything, please by all means put them in the chat, and I shall get to them as well. But in the meantime, while you are thinking of something, maybe I'll start answering some stuff. So, are any of his videos available? This is for Jeff Stryker. Yeah, I assume so. I don't know where exactly, but I think that you can check Bijou. You can check. He did not shoot for Falcon, but Falcon might be carrying some of his stuff as well. Um, Walter Wesley says Michael Gere was in the John Davenport scene, not Tim Lowe. I know. That was a mistake that I made. However, it was too late to go back and fix it by that point. Um, but yes, both Michael Gere and Tim Lowe will be also featured on the podcast. All right, let's see. Do 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 do. Okay, so yeah, so there's going to be. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of questions about Mr. Stryker, and again, I just hope that this video, if anything, will lead people to inquire more about how he is with him. Oh, how you doing, Joshua Beaverhausen? It's very good to see you. Long time. So this bed scene, I tried it, almost got arrested. Okay, that's in regard to Tony Stefano. Tony Stefano, by the way, that video has a couple of things that I was waiting on for. I was waiting on for corrections. There's 2 corrections that I have to make to that video, so it's going to be re-uploaded. Just an FYI. Please do an interview with Bobby Garcia. I would love to. I don't know where he is, but that is something that I am working on. What's this? Okay, so there's one in Spanish. That's not Tim Lowe in the bunk. I know. Please himself. All right, let's see what's going on here. If you guys have any questions, again, by all means. I know it's a weird question, but what's your opinion on the connection between sex and the occult? I'm writing a paper. I would love to know your expertise on the subject. The occult in general? Are we talking Like, are we talking sex, sacrifice, people that run the world kind of a cult? What are we where are we going with that one? That one I'll be glad to answer the question to how I can, but yeah, I'm curious. Hmm, good question. But yeah, let me know. Um, okay, as it's out, did you have to re-upload? No, I didn't, or I didn't. I know that the first episode looks very similar because Mr. Striker is on both um, the Power Tool cover and the cover for his episode, so there might be a little confusion with that. Oh, that's very nice of you. I got really nice comments, and I appreciate that. But with the nice comments, I do have to take um, the kind of shitty comments. But you know, I prefer there to not be any shitty comments or not be any shitty people in the world. But what are we gonna do? And we're living in a time where we kind of need more friends than enemies. Um, let's see. It would have been nice to hear from Jeff S himself. I agree. I concur. Last film or photo shoot. So Roger, he did his last photo shoot. I think in the I think at the early 2000s to mid 2000s. Um, but I gotta admit, I haven't really followed along his career as much as I think he kind of just stays. He's kind of a recluse. Um, you hear about him from time to time. The last thing I heard about him, he was fighting some gay bar or some bar from being built or the noise or something like that, some ordinance. Rock shot. Hey, que bueno. Es hay que grande en vivo. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. How you doing, Rockshot? So yeah, so let me go ahead and read a couple more of these. I know I saw some questions. I don't know why they're not coming up now. But let's see. Come on. Power Tool's a classic. Yes, we know that. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, I just wanted to shamelessly plug that there's a demystifying gay porn in Spanish now. So if you guys want, underneath where it says recommended channels or suggested channels, DGP Media in Espanol is now available. Uh, I'm starting to I'm starting to basically translate while I'm doing the episodes that are um, for the season. I do them in English and then I just do them in Spanish and put them up on that channel. Love the new Jeff Striker video. I didn't know him until now. Really? Alonso Gutierrez did not know Jeff. Okay, well, I mean, you never know. I think I had to grow up with him because uh, I was growing up in the late '90s and 2000s, and he was at the shoot. Absolutely not, because do not. I do not do that. A good question though. Oh yeah. So the action figure. Action figure, right? I'm pretty sure I ordered it directly from Mr. Striker himself. Um, I figured this thing back here was going to be a part of the set, and by set I just mean like I wanted to have a background, and I kind of wanted to do that thing that everybody does on YouTube where you talk a little bit and blah 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 and this that and then cut to footage and stuff, but I kind of don't want to do that. There's plenty of people that do that, and I feel like the whole idea of doing the history episodes is to make it about the person that I'm highlighting in that history or the movie or the director or whoever it may be. So inserting myself into that doesn't feel quite right to me. Um, so I've decided that I'm not going to do that. However, if there are certain things, like for instance, for the 80s, there's a couple of themes that I do want to do those would be separate videos and they would probably go under like fluffers or something like that. But for those, I'll interject or insert myself. But in In the history ones, I'm not going to do that. All right, let's see. Also, action figure, that's iconic. OMG. So Wrangler, will the 70s and 80s be the focus for the entire season, or will you be covering other things as well? So the next the next episode is going to be David SF. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he's a content creator and he is a porn model that I've worked with before, and he wrote a book called The Four Rooms. So I got to interview him. So this season is going to be structured very similar to. And I'm listening in the back. This season's going to be structured very similar to last season, where it's going to be a director, a model, and a film, and then it'll be a model or a producer from today that I'm interviewing. And season 5 is going to be just the 80s. So the 70s are done. I finished everything in season 4 with the 70s. There's a couple models that I didn't get to. There's a couple of interviews with models that are from the 70s that will be coming up. Um, there's a couple of models and directors from the 80s that I was able to go out to California and interview, and I'm still in the process of doing that as well for all the other ones. So that'll be fun. It's going to be very interesting. That's what I'll say that. Love the history videos. 70s and 80s are so much fun. Bob Guzzi, thanks for documenting the history of gay porn. It's fascinating to see the trends and styles emerge through the decades. In the early days, were models able to make a living from it? I think in the 70s, probably not a living, but there was no star system at the time. So it was pretty much just touch and go, or you get hired and you do stuff like that. I think the studios definitely made money. The producers and the production companies, I think, the distributors. In the 80s, I think that certain models did make more money than not. I don't. I have, or I'm of the opinion that I don't think anybody can make a living off of just doing porn, but I don't know. I also started in 2007, so I'm not really sure how everything operated in the 2000s and 90s. Did I hear wrong, or are they already in Spanish? Yeah, so Alonso Gutierrez, if you go to DGP Media in Espanol, which you'll see as a recommended channel on the DGP Media channel, yeah, they're already in Spanish. I'm a little behind. I'm two videos behind. So I've already translated the Power Tool one, and I've already translated the Jeff Stryker one. However, I have not put them up online. But yeah, they are up. Bone Crushes, how are you? Weird buffering in the stream every 5 minutes. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what that can be. Let me see if I don't know if this will help, but okay, let's see. Will you ever do Treasure Island media history? Find an update on Dawson of Dawson's 50 load weekend. So I will do Treasure Island. I was actually just talking to my boss about it, and that'll be next season because I do want to. I want to make it as linear as possible, and they started in 97, 98, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was 98, and Dawson. I know Dawson because of my boss, or I know of him, and he's in touch with him, and he's been in touch with him, but he's like, maybe give him a little time before you interview him. So I'm not sure what that's. I don't know what he means by that, but um, okay. So Jeff is your new favorite. Great, Alonso. Tell him that, please. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, John. Thank you guys for watching. Honestly, if you are on the stream right now and you are not subscribed, please do. Uh, I don't want to sound like those people, but it's the only reason there's a channel. Like, I'm really shocked that I'm, knock on wood, but that I'm able to continue. Granted, there's nothing. I'm not putting anything that's graphic. I'm just doing stuff that happens to be adult entertainment. But I'm really, really shocked that I'm able to continue to do this and to provide this. So, so let me see what's going on here, and maybe I can stop this buffering situation from happening. Okay, maybe that'll work. Okay, so let's see. Any more questions? Peter North career spans decades. Would he get a single documentary episode or included each season covered? No, he'll get one, and he'll get one in the 80s. He just had a movie made about him. It premiered at the AVNs. And by Peter North, I assume you mean Matt Ramsey. So Matt Ramsey is going to be the topic of one of the episodes later on, for sure. But just one. I mean, like a lot of these guys, if they are around, I'm sure they have their stories to tell. What I'm trying to do is get them get if they're alive, trust me, I always try to get them on the podcast. Sometimes people don't want to be found, or sometimes people don't want to do it. Sometimes people are working on their own project, and I have to respect that. Okay, let's see. What else is going on here? Who are the current very hot popular male stars? That's a bit. I guess that's a bit. I guess it's personal for everybody. Um, for me, I love Alex Koff, but that's beyond just being an attractive man. He's such a great person to work with. Um, and since I met him 2 years ago, let's see. Sorry about any kind of buffering issue that there is. Um, I do see something coming up, so sorry about that. All right, let's see. I did seem some. I saw questions, and I'm looking for them now. If I'm not sorting them correctly, they're published. Oh, you know what? Contains questions. Look at that. YouTube makes it so easy for you. I am not gay, but I love your channel. Well, thank you very much, Bone Crushers. I appreciate that. I would love to hear you do an audiobook. You have a lovely voice for it. Oh, thank you very much, Thomas. I appreciate that. Let's see. Who knows? Maybe I have another career doing voiceover work. Alex who? Last name. So Alex Koff is Kof. He's Ukrainian. He's great. Thank you very much, Babash. Baba JJ. All right, so Stryker is the star of the movie, but oh man, John Davenport lives rent free in my head and desires forever. By the way, where is he? John Davenport is also going to be a subject on the podcast. I don't think he's with us anymore. Scorchy666 writes, Jeff is alive and well. Why didn't you reach out to him for an interview? I don't get it. I love that. Like, I don't try. That's one of the questions I saw. And I did. I tried for a long time, but at a certain point, you can only do what you can. What is the epilogue to this history? Okay, so this is in regard to the Stryker episode as well. What is the epilogue to this history? Is he still alive? What is he doing now? It is an incomplete biography. Not necessarily incomplete, but it's something that, like I said before, and I keep saying, he's going to have to do himself. All right, let's see. I love your educational channel. I've learned a lot because of your show. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. The buffering is not a problem. I think it's a person's internet. No problems here. All right. Awesome. I'm sorry that you're having issues with your internet, but I'm like thinking to myself, wait a minute, how could I have like the routers right over here? New Hunger FF interview 2026. So Bone Crusher, I went to Florida and I interviewed him, and I am working on something on him altogether by himself. I recorded it before I knew what I was going to do. outside of just interviewing models. I knew I wanted to do like mini documentaries and stuff, but I didn't know how to go about it. But yeah, no, he's a fascinating one. He has a new book that just came out. When you get up later, wait. So when you get up to later years again, is there any chance you might interview Matt Sizemore? He started as an exclusive top, disappeared, and after some very bad things happened, and then came back as Verse. I think I worked with him once. Let me just look him up real quick. I'm pretty sure I did. Excuse me, that's my stomach. I am hungry. Okay. Yeah, I think I did a video with him. Yeah, sure. I mean, once I get into those years for sure. Um, but like I said, I'm trying to keep it linear, for my sake. That's that's another thing, like there's a lot of videos that I can do right now that would be if not while I wait, I'll look at a couple of other questions that may have come up. Let's see. Anything on, I think, Jack Lofton. Jack Lofton, that name doesn't ring a bell. Let's see. Um, Jack Lofton. Huh. Snuck right by me. I'm not sure who he is, but I'll keep this open. Lindsey Graham is trying to scramble your channel. She probably is. She probably is. I think she has bigger problems now, though. Any poop. Okay, so there's 19 of you on. Again, I'm gonna be here for another 20 minutes or so. Hand out some questions. I'm here to answer. Jack Lofton is a swimmer. He's also very naked in these pictures, for sure. I'm not sure what era he is, but I will look him up. I will. All right, so let's get back to some of these questions. Matt Sterling. So, can you do a video? I'll try. I'll look him up. Okay. Do you have anything on Derek Bishop? I do not, but maybe soon. John Smith, you sent a novel. Did you send it via PDF? Let me know, because I think I got PDFs. Let's see. Back up the list and you'll see questions pre-buffering Storm. Now it's buffering again. Okay. I have a question. I know you direct, but have you ever performed in front of the camera or are considering it? The real psychic Leo Brown. Um, I w- just I just answered a question on Instagram about that. No, just directing. I how do I say this best? I think that there's plenty of people that are doing this and they're doing it well. And I don't think I have the mental or emotional capacity to be able to do something like this because it's not as easy as people make it look. It's a lot of work, but then it also comes with like I can barely. Sometimes I'm very guilty of not being able to handle getting a name wrong on one of the films. So I can only imagine somebody judging or criticizing a performance And that's just, it comes with the territory. So I don't think I'd be in any fit state to do that. And plus, everybody has their talents. Everybody has what they bring to any industry or any ecosystem, and I do not. I choose how I see. It's a perfect example of why I should stop just jumping on these by myself and maybe have somebody help me. All right, let's see what's going on here. What is your opinion? Oh, I answered that question. Left at Albuquerque. Ever did work for By Latin Men? I did not, but I think that one of the producers for Treasure Island does. John, I see is the title, but I don't see the rest of that. Kevin B 1350, LA Tool and Die was kind of a big deal for me. Found you through Richard Locke appreciation. Awesome. I'm glad that I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I did him his I hope I did him justice. He seemed like a very nice guy. I read um, a lot of his articles and interviews, and he was such a good person. I completely understand that the adult industry is not easy. We need more directors, especially of color. Here I am. Yeah, it was buffering when you answered it, so I didn't hear your reply. Right. So the question that I think you asked was about Pornhub. So Pornhub